We are just going to sit here and wait for people to join, hopefully. Three viewers. I see three of you. So hopefully you can click on your screen, and then on the left-hand side will pop up your tools, and Q&A is one of the tools. You can start typing in questions if you have any, hopefully, if everything's working correctly. And hopefully you can hear me. You can also use the chat window at top left to just type in comments about, hey, you're way too loud, or my audio is not working, or the like. There should also be a showcase button on the left-hand side too, which is the little label-looking yellow tags, and that has some links to like the Canvas course that you can get started on, hopefully. I'm just looking to see if I have any questions yet. No questions. I now have 5 viewers though, that's good. Things are starting to climb here, so we're just gonna wait a few minutes to see if we can get a few more viewers. Sounds like there's no chat option for you though. Hopefully your questions will work though. Just got to report that the questions link is not working. That very well could be. I'm still gonna wait a few more minutes, see if a couple more people show up though, so that we can get started on this, on the course. Now I only have 4 viewers, so now we're losing people. Okay, we have 6 viewers. I think I'm going to get started. Anyways, it really stinks that the question and answer section doesn't appear to be working at all. That's what I was planning on using. I may try and send out some sort of Google Doc to you guys, I guess, where we can maybe ask some questions. So I'm going to ask you guys to go and run and look for Google Doc being sent to your accounts, although I have to send them to your WM account, so that's actually going to be even more difficult, and I don't think I have all those emails. Shoot. Well, actually, I'll just open it up to everyone and send it out. So give me a few seconds here while I do that. Then I'll come back and we'll get started on the course right away. Actually, my Google Drive doesn't seem to be working at all. just frozen, so we're going to skip that part now too, and I'm going to just jump into how you can get started in the course. And I really wanted to have a few discussions like this throughout, but if they're going to go this terribly, we may not have online discussions like this, but rather have more of the discussion forum style discussing going on in the uh, Canvas instance. By this time, all of you should have received an invitation to Canvas. And when you get to Canvas, you should land in a place where you can actually sign in using your email address that I sent it to, and then get into the course, which is called WAWM Master Coding Instructor. And one of the things that I wanted to make sure that all of you understand is that at the end of the course, if you complete it, no matter if it takes you 6 days or 6 weeks, whenever you're complete with it, you will have a badge issued to you right at the end of the year, probably beginning to mid-June, that will be issued to you potentially a little bit earlier. If everyone's done before the middle of May, we'll issue the badges in May. And it will be a Master Coding Educator badge, and you will be able to use that in any kind of digital backpack or digital certification, or just use it in your everyday life going forward to display or to credential yourself as being a coding instructor. I do also want to point out that the beginning of this course primarily is focused on something called Codesters, which is a programming platform out there that is absolutely phenomenal, and they've been gracious enough to open up some extra content for your specific accounts, which is going to be very nice. And we might even get a chance to have Gordon, who is the owner, founder of Codesters, chat with us a little bit online or have one of these discussions with us. But I also want to let you know that each of the modules, there's 5 modules right now, and I'm going to show you what it looks like here by doing a screencast. Entire screen sounds good. Share. And when I go in here and show you, this is where you should land something like this in the dashboard view, essentially. When you get to Canvas, and then you will have your course, and you'll click on your course to enter it. I can track which students are actually in it by clicking on people over here as the instructor. Your student view will look a little bit different. In fact, not all of these are open to you yet. In fact, this isn't published to you at all. So in just a moment, I'm going to release this module to you so you can actually see it. But it's got an introduction and then some steps that you work through to finish each module. So then the next one is getting started on coding, and you're going to have an experience that should allow you to experience things like Codesters, Tinker, and Studio Code, as well as some other coding platforms that are out there, so that you can gain a valuable experience in your area of expertise and at your grade level. But essentially, all you're going to do is progress through each of these modules at your own pace. We're going to also try and set up, I'm going to send out a group email to see if we can do another little hangout like this again, where we can actually have people ask questions. Though we might have to do a WebEx or something like that so that people can actually join in the conversation, because I do want to have a bit of discussion around these things. But as you wrap up each section, as soon as you finish that module, the next module will open up for you automatically, because they are built so that there are prerequisites, so that the second module has the first module as its prerequisite, and it will automatically open up for you as soon as you're done with module number 1. And I really don't want to hold people back. If you are fast enough to get through module 1 in a weekend, absolutely get through it. Go as fast as you want. Don't hesitate to get a hold of me and talk with me about any issues that you might be having, though, with any part of the actual online program. I didn't get a chance to make the Google Doc. You don't have the ability to ask questions over here on the side just because it doesn't seem to be working. And so I'm going to encourage all of you at this very moment or anytime after, send me an email with your questions, and feel free to copy the whole group on the questions so that we can kind of respond to each other. I'm going to create a Google group for the entire group and embed it right in the Canvas course, and you can use that group to respond, and so we can do like a listserv kind of conversation, ask questions and get them answered. But also you can just send an email to that group and ask a question or offer up any kind of insight as well. I hope that this at least got us off the ground and gets you into the system. Like I said, all of you should have received an invite to this course, and I know that I saw a fair number of you were already in the course and starting to create your accounts. I see, yeah, 9 of you have accepted your invitations. That's great. I'm not going to sit here and pick on the people who haven't yet, because some of you are not even in on this call. But once you accept that, you should be able to have access to the course. And I'm going to open that first module, like I said, in a few seconds here, and then you can get started on it right away. As soon as you're done with module 1, it'll let you move on to module 2. But honestly, don't hesitate to get a hold of me whenever or however you want. That's it. That's about all we can get done for right now, simply because of the limitations on the technologies. And hopefully it's simple enough to get started on that you don't need me a lot, and we'll just work together and maybe have a few conversations virtually like this along the way. And then we're going to have a cap off time where either I'm going to be face-to-face with you guys, or we're going to do a virtualized session like this that will run much more smoothly than this, I hope. All right. Have a great day. Enjoy your break and enjoy the class.